Thank you. Madam Speaker, I first want to thank the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Congressman Evans, for hosting tonight's special order hour on rooting out racism in the United States. He has a long history of legislative accomplishments back in the Keystone State and has brought his understanding and talents here to the House of Representatives. And we appreciate him being a member of this body. Before I begin also, I want to let the Americans in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands know that we stand with them as they recover to rebuild. Madam Speaker, the First Amendment of the United States Constitution guarantees to all people in this country the freedom to speak out against injustice. When Colin Kaepernick took a knee during the national anthem last year, he joined a long list of patriotic athletes who used their fame to do just that. Muhammad Ali was convicted of draft dodging because he refused to drop bombs and bullets on brown people in Vietnam, while the so-called Negro people in Louisville, Kentucky, were treated like dogs. Jackie Robinson, the great baseball Hall of Famer who integrated baseball, admitted in 1972 that he no longer could stand and sing the national anthem. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution endows all of us with the freedom of speech, the freedom to speak out our own truths. Muhammad Ali would not fight an unjust war. Jackie Robinson would not salute a flag that he believed symbolized his oppression. And Colin Kaepernick took a knee to bring America's attention to the fact that black Americans are twice likely as white Americans to be killed by police officers. To bring to the attention the fact that 1 in every 10 black men in his 30s is in prison or in jail on any given day. To bring attention to the statistic that tells us black people are twice as likely as white people to be in poverty in the wealthiest country on earth. It is easy to keep quiet, to do nothing in the face of injustice. But just like the muscles in our bodies, our Constitution will wither if we do not exercise our rights. To speak out against injustice is to exercise the constitutional right of free speech. And what is more patriotic than exercising the rights our nation stands for? When the president uses his right of free speech in an attempt to silence athletes, he is undermining the freedom for which patriotic Americans have fought during our 241-year history. When the president calls for men and women to be fired from their jobs because they dare use their public platform to combat injustice, he fuels the viciousness, the claims that he wants to despise. As Langston Hughes put it, let America be America again, the land that has never been yet, and yet must be, the land where every man is free. And, Madam Speaker, I talk about the Constitution because it talks about all people. And there are times where I've been disappointed and let down on this nation not holding up its creed. Because you see, I believe in America, but I'm waiting for that day when all men are created equal. I'm still waiting for that day. We are here tonight to bring attention to this matter. We are exercising our right to free speech, the right that's been given every American in this country, supposedly. But if the President of the United States can stand up somewhere in this country and call a section of this country, of certain people in this country, SOBs, then what does that say about where we are? This is the leader of the United States of America, the land of the free, the home of the brave. But is it that for everyone? We have a ways to go in this country. Yes, we've come a long way. And some people will say, well, you know, why are you still talking about those old issues? And, you know, things are different now and better for you. And come on, get over it. And then we see what we've seen over the last several years, with African Americans constantly getting shot and there being no ramifications. It tears at your heart, Madam Speaker, to understand why in the greatest nation on the face of the earth that we still have these situations of such inequity. And so we will continue to raise the issue until one day this country can live up to its creed, that all men and women are created equal and endowed with certain inalienable rights. And with that, Madam Speaker, I yield back to the gentleman from Pennsylvania.